Potter. I was going to ask you about the local elections and what local issues have been on people's doorsteps, really.
I mean, the local issues in Cadley keep on coming. It's protection of the green spaces, things like dog fouling come up quite often, highways where the pavements and roads are a good enough thing. Repair. They care a lot about the parks as well. They're making sure Mill Lane Park is kept green and no development, and also just things also about services. Who's going to be there if you have a problem? And that's what people have voted for in Cadley for 28 years, because the Lib Dems have always been there if you have a problem.
Okay, and how do you think the party's performed at the local elections this time? There's a couple of key seats that I think they're up.
Yeah, we've had 2 seats up. It looks like, I mean, touch wood, nothing's been declared yet, but it looks like my ward, Cadley, looks like it's going to be held by us fairly comfortably. The other ward, Ingle, has had a bit more challenge. We've had Labour putting up a bit of a fight there, and UKIP have turned up in that ward. So that's kind of thrown into the mix, disaffected people, they've had somewhere to go with UKIP. So, but it looks like we might just hang on to it. Obviously, time will tell, but it looks like we should have both our seats that we have.
Okay, and of course there's 2 elections that are happening today, and we've got the European elections. How do you think Liberal Democrats have performed nationally at the Euros?
I think we'll keep most of our MPs because of the proportional system that the Euros works under. I think in the North West we've only got 1 Euro MP. I think we'll keep him, who is actually the best MEP in Europe, as voted last year. But I think Labour will gain what they lost against BNP. I think UKIP will take one off Tories. So I think there's 3 Labour, 3 UKIP, 1 Tory, 1 Lib Dem, if I was to guess, for the North West. But nationally, UKIP will do well. But I think Labour will get the most.
And do you think Europe is a big issue for people? Do you get that sense? Or?
No, I think people have it, because nobody talks about Europe particularly, except the bad things, the stupid things. The good things about Europe, no one ever talks about. So people just know it's one of those things that, something's not quite right, it must be Europe. So I don't think it's a major issue. If you look at it on the scale of things, so people care more about the National Health Service and crime and punishment, schooling, etc. I would say Europe's probably quite far down the list. But these elections are important because they send a clear signal to Europe about what we believe in Britain, whether it should be inclusive or whether we want to be the people on the outside of Europe.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers.